In the sacred traditions of the Catholic Church, there exists a term whispered with both reverence and curiosity: Papal. This unofficial Italian word, first popularized by Vatican watchers, has crossed into many languages around the world. It refers to a Catholic man traditionally, and almost always a cardinal, who is considered a serious and likely contender to ascend to the highest spiritual office on earth, the papacy. Following the passing of Pope Francis, the Church now turns its gaze toward the future, and discussions about the next shepherd have intensified. Among the many voices and possibilities, several cardinals have consistently risen to the top, seen by many as potential leaders of the universal Church. One such name that continues to surface with increasing respect is that of Cardinal Peter Erdo. Known for his unwavering commitment to the teachings and traditions of the Catholic Church, Cardinal Erdo has long been regarded as a figure of stability, intellectual depth, and pastoral dedication. Born on June 25, 1952, in the historic city of Budapest, Hungary, Erdo's early life was shaped by a profound faith that would chart the course of his entire journey. Pursuing his higher education with remarkable distinction, he studied at the prestigious Pontifical Gregorian University in Rome, where he earned a doctorate in theology, a foundation that would serve him well in the complex world of church leadership. Ordained to the priesthood in 1975, Erdo dedicated his early ministry to pastoral service, ministering to the faithful with humility and wisdom. His leadership gifts did not go unnoticed. In 1999, he was appointed as the Bishop of Székesfehérvár, a major diocese in Hungary rich with Catholic heritage. Just a few years later, in 2002, he was entrusted with even greater responsibility when he was named the Archbishop of Esztergom Budapest, the highest-ranking ecclesiastical position in Hungary. His appointment placed him at the spiritual heart of Hungarian Catholicism, where he worked tirelessly to strengthen the faith and unify the Church in a rapidly changing society. Recognizing his profound contributions, Pope John Paul II elevated Peter Erdo to the College of Cardinals during the consistory of October 21, 23. As a cardinal, Erdo took part in two of the most significant moments in recent Church history: the conclave that elected Pope Benedict XVI in 2005, and the conclave that elected Pope Francis in 2013. His experience within these sacred gatherings has only deepened his understanding of the profound responsibilities that come with choosing a successor to St. Peter. Beyond his diocesan leadership, Cardinal Erdo has been an active presence within the wider Church, contributing his talents to various Vatican congregations and councils. Among these are the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith, charged with preserving and clarifying Church teaching, and the Pontifical Council for Social Communications, which addresses the role of media and communication in the modern world. Through these roles, he has consistently advocated for clarity, truth, and the authentic transmission of the Catholic faith. Moreover, Cardinal Erdo's influence extends across the European continent. From 2006 to 2016, he served as the president of the Council of the Bishops' Conferences of Europe (CC), a role in which he championed the Church's voice in addressing the cultural, social, and ethical challenges facing modern Europe. Under his leadership, the Council sought to promote unity among European bishops and to reaffirm the importance of Catholic values in public life. Today, as the Church prayerfully prepares for the election of a new pope, Cardinal Peter Erdo stands as a contender whose combination of doctrinal fidelity, intellectual strength, and pastoral experience offers a vision of steadfast leadership. Should he be called to the chair of Peter, his papacy would likely reflect a deep reverence for tradition, a keen awareness of contemporary challenges, and a steadfast commitment to guiding the Church with courage and conviction into the future. In addition to his leadership within Hungary and the broader Church, Cardinal Peter Erdo built a reputation as a formidable scholar, making lasting contributions to theology and pastoral ministry. His intellectual work spans a wide range of subjects, from ecclesiology, the study of the Church's nature and structure, to sensitive fields such as bioethics. Through numerous articles, books, and publications, Erdo has offered deep and thoughtful insights into the complex challenges facing both the Church and society. His scholarship reflects a mind deeply rooted in tradition, yet attuned to the moral questions of the modern world, further solidifying his place among the foremost papal contenders of this momentous time. Turning now to another remarkable figure who has captured the imagination of Catholics worldwide, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle. Born on June 21, 1957, in the vibrant city of Manila, Philippines, Tagle's journey has been marked by a profound humility and a heart deeply attuned to the needs of the faithful. From a young age, he exhibited a keen intellect and a gentle spirit, qualities that would later define his ministry on the global stage. Tagle pursued his academic formation at Ateneo de Manila University, one of the Philippines' most prestigious institutions, where he studied philosophy and theology with distinction. His thirst for deeper theological understanding led him across the ocean to the United States, where he earned his doctorate in sacred theology from the Catholic University of America in Washington, D.C. There, he immersed himself in rigorous study, preparing for a life devoted not just to scholarly pursuits, but to the living mission of the Church. Ordained to the priesthood in 1982, Luis Antonio Tagle embarked on a ministry that blended pastoral care with academic excellence. He served faithfully in various pastoral and educational roles within the Philippines, earning a reputation as a priest who was equally at home in the classroom, the pulpit, and the streets where he ministered to the poor and forgotten. His rise within the Church came as a natural progression of his gifts and dedication. In 2001, he was appointed Bishop of Imus, a diocese located in the province of Cavite. There, he shepherded a large and growing Catholic community, known for his approachability, deep listening, and tireless work among the people. His leadership style was one not of distant authority, but of accompaniment, walking beside his flock through their joys and sorrows. A decade later, in 2011, Pope Benedict XVI recognized his exceptional qualities by appointing him as the Archbishop of Manila, the highest-ranking Catholic position in the Philippines. This appointment placed Tagle at the center of a thriving and deeply faithful Catholic nation, giving him a platform to articulate a vision of the Church that is both joyful and merciful. Tagle's ascent continued when Pope Benedict elevated him to the College of Cardinals during the consistory of November 24, 2012. As a cardinal, he participated in the historic conclave of 2013, where he helped elect Pope Francis, a moment that marked the beginning of a new chapter of humility and renewal within the Church. Recognizing his vibrant spirit and missionary zeal, Pope Francis entrusted Cardinal Tagle with an even greater global responsibility. In 2015, he appointed Tagle as the prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples, one of the Vatican's most significant departments. In this role, Cardinal Tagle oversaw missionary efforts around the world, working to spread the gospel and foster new communities of faith, particularly in regions where the Church continues to grow rapidly. Throughout all these roles, Cardinal Tagle has remained true to his essence: a joyful servant, a bridge builder, and a messenger of hope. His global experience, combined with his pastoral sensitivity and theological depth, make him not just a leading contender for the papacy, but a symbol of a Church that is increasingly global, diverse, and deeply committed to the mission of love. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle's appointment to the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples marked a defining moment, not only in his personal journey, but also for the global Catholic Church. It positioned him as one of the most influential Filipino figures ever to serve in the Vatican's upper leadership, a beacon of hope for the thriving and dynamic Church in Asia. His presence in this pivotal role reflected a broader acknowledgement that the heart of Catholicism beats strongly in the vibrant communities of the global South. Throughout his remarkable career, Cardinal Tagle consistently exemplified a pastoral approach rooted in simplicity, humility, and genuine human connection. He was never content to govern from afar or to lead from a place of distance. Instead, he engaged with people at the grassroots level, listening to their stories, sharing in their struggles, and bearing witness to their hopes. His ministry often took him into the lives of the poor and the marginalized, both in his native Philippines and around the world. Whether addressing issues of poverty, inequality, or social injustice, Cardinal Tagle made it clear that the mission of the Church must extend beyond words to tangible acts of mercy. His involvement in numerous initiatives aimed at uplifting the vulnerable has been a living testament to the Church's call to be a light for those living in the shadows. Through his compassion and tireless advocacy, he reminded the global Church that faith must always find its fullest expression in love. As the world now turns its eyes to the possibility of new leadership, another figure who commands deep respect and admiration is Cardinal Pietro Parolin. Born on January 17, 1955, in Schiavon, Italy, Cardinal Parolin's path to the heights of the Vatican was shaped by decades of quiet, faithful service. He began his formation at the seminary in Vicenza, nurturing a deep love for theology, the Church, and the pastoral care of souls. Driven by a calling to serve more broadly, Parolin continued his studies at the Pontifical Gregorian University in Rome, where he earned a doctorate in canon law, a discipline that would later serve him well as he navigated the intricate workings of the Holy See. In 1980, he was ordained to the priesthood, beginning a journey that would blend pastoral ministry with diplomacy at the highest levels of the Church. Early in his priesthood, Parolin entered the Vatican's diplomatic service, known as the Holy See's Diplomatic Corps. His assignments took him across continents, with postings in Nigeria and Mexico, where he honed his ability to engage with different cultures, bridge divides, and foster dialogue. His diplomatic sensitivity, combined with his unwavering fidelity to Church teaching, set him apart as a rising figure within the Vatican's inner circles. In 2009, recognizing his extraordinary skills and steadfast commitment, Pope Benedict XVI appointed Parolin as the Apostolic Nuncio to Venezuela, a role of profound importance during a challenging period. As a papal ambassador, he worked to strengthen the Church's presence and promote peace, showing the same calm, steady hand that would come to define his later leadership. His reputation continued to grow, and in 2013, Pope Francis made a historic decision by appointing Pietro Parolin as the Vatican's Secretary of State, the highest-ranking official after the Pope himself. In this capacity, Parolin became a key architect of the Vatican's diplomatic efforts, fostering relations with nations around the world, managing delicate internal Church matters, and playing a pivotal role in promoting the Church's mission of peace and reconciliation. Today, Cardinal Parolin stands as a leading contender for the papacy, admired for his intelligence, diplomacy, and deep commitment to the unity of the Church. His life's work reflects a quiet strength, a wisdom born not from ambition, but from years of faithful service to God and his people. Recognizing his exceptional service and unwavering loyalty to the mission of the Church, Pope Francis elevated Pietro Parolin to the College of Cardinals during the consistory held on February 22, 2014. This honor marked yet another milestone in a career already distinguished by quiet dedication, diplomatic wisdom, and a profound love for the Church. As the Vatican's Secretary of State, Cardinal Parolin held one of the most crucial positions within the Holy See's governance. His responsibilities extended far beyond administrative duties. He played a pivotal role in overseeing the Vatican's diplomatic relations with nations around the globe, carefully nurturing ties that reflect the Church's commitment to peace, human dignity, and spiritual freedom. Managing the Roman Curia, the central administrative body of the Catholic Church, also fell within his vast portfolio, requiring both political finesse and deep pastoral sensitivity. Moreover, Cardinal Parolin served as a trusted advisor to the Pope, offering counsel on a wide range of matters from internal Church reforms to broader global initiatives. His leadership was indispensable in addressing some of the most pressing issues facing the modern world. He became a guiding voice in diplomatic efforts aimed at promoting dialogue and building bridges across religious, cultural, and political divides. Among his many contributions, Cardinal Parolin was particularly active in promoting peace initiatives and fostering conversations in regions troubled by conflict. Whether it was encouraging interfaith dialogue in the Middle East, supporting reconciliation efforts in parts of Africa, or engaging with communities across Asia, his steady hand and gentle approach made him a respected figure not only within ecclesiastical circles but also on the global stage. Cardinal Pietro Parolin's blend of leadership, deep faith, and diplomatic skill made him a cornerstone of the Vatican's presence in the world, a bridge between the Church's timeless message and the ever-changing realities of international affairs. His capacity to listen, to mediate, and to inspire cooperation marked him as one of the most prominent representatives of Catholic values on the world stage. In the eyes of many, he stands today as a figure ready to step forward into even greater leadership, should the Holy Spirit so guide the Church's discernment. As we reflect on figures of profound influence, another name comes into view, this time from the heart of Africa. Cardinal Peter Turkson, a man whose life and mission have embodied the Church's commitment to justice, peace, and the dignity of all peoples, was born on October 11, 1948, in the vibrant town of Warsaw in Suta, Ghana. From an early age, Turkson displayed a deep sense of vocation, a calling that led him to pursue his studies at St. Teresa's Minor Seminary in Amasano, where his formation in faith and learning began to take root. His journey continued at St. Peter's Regional Seminary in Pedu, where he delved into sacred theology, earning his bachelor's degree and preparing himself for a life dedicated to the service of God and the people of Ghana. It was there, amidst the halls of study and prayer, that Peter Turkson began to form the foundation for a ministry that would eventually reach across continents and touch countless lives. Eager to deepen his understanding of Scripture and theology, Peter Turkson continued his academic journey at the Pontifical Biblical Institute in Rome, one of the world's most esteemed centers for the study of sacred texts. There, he earned a licentiate in sacred Scripture, immersing himself in the profound mysteries and truths of the Bible. His quest for greater theological depth did not end there. Turkson went on to obtain a doctorate in sacred theology from the renowned Pontifical Gregorian University, further equipping himself for a lifetime of service to the Church and the world. Ordained to the priesthood in 1975, Peter Turkson returned to Ghana, where he faithfully served in a wide range of pastoral and academic roles. Whether ministering to rural parishes or teaching young seminarians, he combined scholarly insight with a deeply pastoral heart. His ability to connect with people from all walks of life, paired with his unwavering devotion to the teachings of the Church, made him a natural leader among his peers. In 1992, Peter Turkson's faithful service was recognized in a major way when he was appointed the Archbishop of Cape Coast, one of Ghana's most historically significant archdioceses. As Archbishop, he shepherded a vibrant and growing Catholic community, working tirelessly to strengthen education, social outreach, and the spiritual life of his flock. His leadership extended nationally as he later served as the president of the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference, giving voice to the concerns and hopes of Catholics across his homeland. His outstanding contributions caught the attention of the Universal Church. In October 2003, during a consistory led by Pope John Paul II, Peter Turkson was elevated to the College of Cardinals. This honor was a recognition not just of his service in Ghana, but of the gifts he could offer to the global Church, a church that increasingly reflected the rich diversity of its worldwide members. Cardinal Turkson's journey continued within the very heart of the Vatican. In 2009, he was appointed president of the Pontifical Council for Justice and Peace, a vital office charged with promoting human rights, social justice, and global development according to Catholic social teaching. During his tenure, Turkson tirelessly advocated for the dignity of every human being, addressing issues such as economic inequality, environmental stewardship, and the need for ethical leadership in global affairs. Beyond this role, Cardinal Turkson served on numerous Vatican commissions and councils, contributing his insights to a range of critical issues affecting the Church and the world. His voice was consistently one of compassion, wisdom, and balance, seeking solutions grounded in both faith and reason. When the Church entered into conclave following the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI in 2013, Cardinal Peter Turkson was widely regarded as a serious contender for the papacy. His name was spoken with respect in Vatican corridors and among the faithful around the world, a testament to his broad appeal and the profound hope that the Universal Church could one day be led by a pope from Africa. Today, as the Church once again seeks a new leader after the passing of Pope Francis, Cardinal Turkson remains a figure of deep credibility and inspiring vision, a man whose life has been shaped by service, scholarship, and a relentless commitment to the Gospel's call for justice and peace. While Cardinal Peter Turkson was not ultimately chosen during the papal conclave that elected Pope Francis, his presence left a lasting impression on the Church and the world. He continued to be a respected and influential figure within the Catholic hierarchy, admired for his unwavering commitment to the Gospel's call for justice, peace, and stewardship of creation. Throughout the years that followed, Cardinal Turkson remained deeply engaged with the most pressing global issues of our time. He spoke boldly and compassionately about the challenges of poverty, inequality, and environmental degradation, consistently urging both the Church and the international community to place human dignity at the center of their efforts. Representing the Vatican at numerous international forums, he served as a powerful advocate for ethical leadership, economic justice, and care for the earth, messages that resonated far beyond the Catholic world. With his tireless voice for the marginalized and his steady presence on the global stage, Cardinal Turkson became a symbol of the Church's enduring mission to be a light for the world, even amid the complexities and challenges of the modern age. As the Church reflects on the leaders who have shaped its journey in recent decades, another name rises with profound respect: Cardinal Christoph Schönborn. The life of Cardinal Christoph Schönborn stands as a testament to unwavering faith, intellectual brilliance, and a lifetime of service. Born into a distinguished Austrian family on January 22, 1945, his path to the priesthood was not one of mere tradition, but of deep personal conviction. From a young age, Schönborn was drawn to the mysteries of faith, and this calling led him to pursue theological studies with a passion that would define his life's work. His academic journey was extraordinary. After rigorous formation, he earned his doctorate in theology, demonstrating not only his keen intellect, but also his profound dedication to understanding and articulating the truths of the Catholic faith. In 1970, he was ordained a priest, beginning a journey of spiritual leadership and scholarly contribution that would influence both the Church's internal life and its dialogue with the modern world. Cardinal Schönborn's rise within the Catholic hierarchy was marked by both speed and distinction. In 1995, he was appointed Archbishop of Vienna, taking the helm of one of Europe's most influential and historically significant archdioceses. From the heart of Vienna, Schönborn's leadership reached far beyond the boundaries of Austria, shaping conversations and policies across the Catholic world. As Archbishop, he championed a variety of causes with a spirit of openness, compassion, and fidelity to Catholic teaching. He became known for addressing contemporary challenges with both theological depth and pastoral sensitivity. Whether guiding his flock through issues of cultural change, promoting interfaith dialogue, or defending the dignity of life in all its stages, Schönborn earned widespread respect not only within Catholic circles, but also in broader society. His ability to balance tradition and renewal, doctrine and dialogue, made him a towering figure within the Church, a man whose voice has often been sought when clarity, wisdom, and courage were most needed. Today, as the Church prayerfully prepares for its next chapter after the passing of Pope Francis, Cardinal Christoph Schönborn stands as a figure whose lifetime of faith, intellect, and service continues to inspire Catholics and non-Catholics alike across the world. Throughout his long and distinguished tenure as Archbishop of Vienna, Cardinal Christoph Schönborn's leadership was marked by an unrelenting dedication to pastoral care. His approach was always rooted in the belief that the Church must not only proclaim the truth, but also accompany its people with compassion, patience, and understanding. His door was always open, whether to the faithful seeking guidance, the marginalized longing for dignity, or the skeptics searching for meaning. At the same time, Cardinal Schönborn demonstrated a remarkable ability to engage thoughtfully with the complex issues of the modern world. He consistently addressed contemporary questions ranging from bioethics to secularism, from cultural shifts to the defense of the family through the enduring lens of Catholic teaching. His leadership never sought to flee from modernity, but rather to bring the light of the gospel into every corner of it, showing how ancient truths remain profoundly relevant in every age. Among his many accomplishments, Cardinal Schönborn is perhaps best remembered as one of the leading intellectuals within the global Church. His contributions to theology, catechesis, and church doctrine have had a lasting impact, and his voice has often been called upon in times of debate and discernment. A prolific author and sought-after speaker, Schönborn possessed a rare gift: the ability to take complex theological subjects that might seem daunting or inaccessible, and present them with clarity, warmth, and insight. Through his books, lectures, and homilies, he made profound truths understandable, not only to scholars but also to ordinary believers hungry for wisdom. His writings have guided countless Catholics in deepening their understanding of faith, helping many to grasp the beauty, logic, and mercy at the heart of Catholicism. Whether standing at the pulpit of St. Stephen's Cathedral in Vienna or addressing international conferences, Cardinal Schönborn spoke with a humility that never overshadowed his brilliance. His message was consistent: that the truth of the gospel, when spoken with love and humility, has the power to reach every heart and to renew every life. As the Church now stands on the threshold of new leadership following the passing of Pope Francis, voices like Cardinal Schönborn's remain vital voices that remind the faithful that the Catholic Church, rooted in eternal truths, continues to be a living, breathing witness of God's love and wisdom for every generation. One of the most enduring aspects of Cardinal Christoph Schönborn's legacy was his tireless effort to bridge the often perceived divide between faith and reason. At a time when many struggled to reconcile religious belief with scientific discovery, Cardinal Schönborn stood as a reassuring voice of unity. He demonstrated, with profound clarity and gentleness, that the truths of faith and the discoveries of science are not adversaries, but partners in the grand exploration of God's creation. Through his writings, public lectures, and theological reflections, he invited believers and scholars alike to engage in respectful dialogue, encouraging mutual enrichment rather than conflict. His commitment to this bridge building earned him accolades across academic and religious communities, fostering greater understanding between the realms of science, philosophy, and theology. For many, Cardinal Schönborn became a living example of how the Catholic faith, deeply rooted in tradition, could speak with credibility and hope to the intellectual challenges of the modern world. Throughout every chapter of his life, Cardinal Christoph Schönborn embodied the timeless virtues of compassion, integrity, and humility. His leadership was never about personal ambition or worldly accolades. It was about faithfully serving the Church, nurturing the souls entrusted to his care, and bearing witness to the gospel through both word and deed. Whether comforting the suffering, guiding the faithful, or engaging the brightest minds of his time, Schönborn left an indelible mark, not only on the Catholic Church, but also on the broader human family. His voice, rich with wisdom and tempered by kindness, continues to echo across nations and generations, reminding all that truth and love are inseparable companions on the journey of faith. As the Church now looks to the future after the passing of Pope Francis, figures like Cardinal Christoph Schönborn stand as luminous examples of the leadership qualities the world so desperately needs: wisdom without arrogance, faith without fear, and service without seeking reward. The Catholic Church now finds itself standing once more at a threshold in history. The bells that once rang in celebration now toll in remembrance, and the chair of St. Peter sits vacant once again, waiting for the one whom God has chosen to lead his people forward. The passing of Pope Francis, a humble servant whose papacy was marked by simplicity, compassion, and bold dialogue with the modern world, leaves behind not only a legacy of hope, but a call to the Church to listen anew to the quiet voice of the Holy Spirit. In Rome, preparations quietly intensify. The marble halls of the Vatican, so often bustling with pilgrims and dignitaries, now hold a deeper silence. Behind closed doors, the College of Cardinals gathers not as politicians, not as world leaders, but as humble servants of the gospel, ready to undertake one of the most sacred tasks entrusted to humanity: the election of a new pope. Their task is not one of ambition or personal desire. It is one of profound discernment, prayer, and listening. They must not ask, "Who do we want?" but rather, "Whom has God chosen?" They must set aside their own dreams and preferences and open their hearts completely to the movement of the Spirit. Among them are many remarkable men, shepherds from every corner of the earth, each bearing within him the unique hopes, challenges, and wisdom of his homeland. From these ranks will arise the next successor of St. Peter, a man who must carry the burdens of an ancient faith into a world changing at unprecedented speed. And so, the eyes of the faithful turn once again to the signs of heaven, to the smoke that will rise above the Sistine Chapel, signaling to the world whether a decision has been made. Black smoke will mean that the cardinals continue to pray, debate, and discern. White smoke will mean that the Church has found her new shepherd, and with a cry of Habemus Papam, a new chapter will begin. Who will it be? Perhaps it will be Cardinal Peter Erdo, the distinguished Hungarian scholar whose steadfast dedication to doctrine and pastoral care has earned him deep respect across Europe. A pope from his lineage would represent a firm anchor for tradition, a careful guardian of the Church's teachings amidst the shifting winds of the world. His leadership could bring a steady hand to turbulent times, reaffirming timeless truths while gently engaging with the pressing challenges of today. Or perhaps it will be Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, the Asian Francis, whose joyful spirit and tender heart have captivated the Church across continents. His election would symbolize not only a profound acknowledgement of the Church's global nature, but a bold embrace of a future where mercy, inclusion, and outreach define the Catholic witness. In his smile, in his humble walk among the poor, many see the face of a pope for a new generation, one who would extend the arms of the Church wider than ever before. Or maybe it will be Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the seasoned diplomat and wise counselor who has spent decades weaving the delicate threads of peace and dialogue on the world stage. His experience, his deep loyalty to the Church, and his ability to navigate complexity with grace would offer the Church a leader capable of guiding both internal reforms and global relationships with prudence and compassion. A Parolin papacy could be one of bridges built quietly but firmly, extending the Church's influence without compromising her soul. Then again, the Church may turn to the voice of Africa in Cardinal Peter Turkson, whose life has been a testament to the Gospel's call for justice, mercy, and stewardship of creation. His leadership would bring the perspective of a continent where the Church is young, vibrant, and growing rapidly. His presence on the chair of Peter would announce to the world that the future of the Church is bright, diverse, and deeply committed to serving the poorest and most vulnerable among us. Or perhaps it will be Cardinal Christoph Schönborn, the Austrian theologian whose wisdom, humility, and bridge-building spirit have long made him a trusted voice within the Church. His profound ability to make faith and reason speak harmoniously would offer a papacy centered on intellectual rigor paired with pastoral tenderness, shepherding the Church with both head and heart in an increasingly fragmented world. Each of these men brings a different vision, a different set of gifts, but each shares the same mission: to proclaim Jesus Christ anew to the world, to defend the dignity of every human being, to care for the least among us, and to lead the Church in truth and in love. As the cardinals prepare to enter the conclave, the faithful are called to a time of deep prayer. For the next pope will not simply be a leader. He will be a sign of continuity with the Church's past and a beacon for its future. His voice will comfort the suffering, challenge the comfortable, and call all souls back to the heart of God. He will have to carry the wounds of a broken world and the hopes of over 1 billion believers. He will have to guard the sacred traditions of the Church while reaching out to new generations with courage and creativity. He will have to stand firm against the storms of the age, while keeping his heart open to the cries of the poor, the lost, and the forgotten. Above all, he must be a man of prayer, a man who listens more to the whisper of the Spirit than to the roar of the crowds. In the quiet of the Sistine Chapel, beneath the timeless gaze of Michelangelo's frescoes, the cardinals will vote. And perhaps, at that decisive moment, a single name will rise again and again, carried not by ambition but by grace. The world will watch. The bells of St. Peter's will stand ready. The faithful will hold their breath. And when the white smoke finally curls into the Roman sky, when the senior cardinal steps forward and utters the ancient words, Habemus Papam, a new chapter in the Church's journey will begin. A chapter of faith. A chapter of hope. A chapter of love. And no matter who is chosen, we trust that the Holy Spirit, who guided Peter, who strengthened Francis, and who has walked beside the Church in every generation, will continue to lead her now and always into the future God has prepared.